All right, everyone, come on in. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. As always, get cozy in that chair of yours. Adjust it properly. Make that screen look good. And as always, like I say, grab your morning coffee if it's early where you're at. So I decided, you know what? Let me show you what I do in the morning because, we talk about it a lot, or I talk about it a lot. And when I went to the Keurig, which I was always a pot of coffee guy, right? I would say, let's just get a coffee machine that makes a pot of coffee. And for my entire life, that's what we did. I never did the Keurig, but eventually, probably about a year and a half ago, my wife convinced me to do the Keurig thing. And so this is usually the choice here when I say grab the coffee. So like lately it's been for me the donut shop here, this vanilla latte. I don't know why I like them. I'll usually have one of these and it's kind of everything all in one shot. Once in a blue moon it does like clog. No, I shouldn't say clog, it just doesn't work, but that's pretty rare. And then I'll cap off my second cup of coffee, at least if I don't have three, with a house blend, Starbucks house blend. And for everyone else, usually they go for a Pike's Place roast and a McCafe, which I presume is a McDonald's. So this is again, like the coffee station here. My robot cup is washed, so this is like the inventory we keep stocked because, we're expecting the shortages thanks to you-know-who. And there's some tea options over here. So, the thing about this Keurig is you get the option to just change it up. With the pot of coffee, you're stuck with the one. But I kind of miss it both ways. Now, I haven't forgotten you late-timers, and we will get to some toys, so just chill. I'm going to go down and show you, if you're watching this late, like Jose in Singapore, right? We're going to make sure that we address your drinking needs too. So stay tuned for part 2, and then we'll get to the toy. Okay, so it's later where you are. Maybe you're at a completely different time zone, or you're just watching this late. Or I'm making the video late, and I'm tired, and this is how I relax to the opposite of coffee. These are my beverage selections when it is that later part of the evening, and you can see some you probably recognize yourself. Okay, and then we go down to the level 2. Remember Jägermeister? Was that like the ultimate college drink? And there's always that mystery surrounding Jägermeister. Does it have some kind of secret hallucinogen in Jägermeister? So if any of my good friends ever visit, they have the option to sample some of these. Let's give you the different flavor here. They have some blonde rum. And down here we have the Moscow Mule cups. And you know what they say? What happens at the beach stays at the beach. Here's your Rim Runner sugar for, your sugary drinks and your, what's the other ones? Like the, what the heck do you get? Your, I'm spacing. Like your daiquiris or your whatever you get at the Mexican restaurant. You know what I'm talking about. The margaritas. Jeez, how am I spacing out on this stuff? And then your decanters, right? So sometimes you just say, look at the scotch. The scotch is, what do I always tell you? grab your scotch and a soda. And now this fish is something I acquired in the 80s as a poor young man. And I stuck with me this whole time. I couldn't give him up because it was during that Miami Vice era. And I just thought it was cool, man. He was a cool cat. And now that I'm at the beach, I feel like it's pretty cool. And then here's some different mixers. Some agave, grenadine, simple syrup, onions, Moscow Mule mix, celery salt. All the way down to onions, I think I said that, lemon drop mix, maraschinos, and olives. And then finally, I think I got everything here, right? Yep. And then finally over here we got your wine fridge with your reds and your whites. So that, my friends, is how I chill out. Then I do have also like napkins, parasols, shot glasses, that kind of accoutrements, right? So that is a look at the hidden bar down in the depths, and that's how I chillax when I grab my scotch and soda. Anyway, I'm sure you're tired of all this nonsense, but I thought it would be a nice way to show you some of the, when I reference the drinks and all that, you could actually see it in real time. So with that, let's move on to what you really came to see, the toy. All right, so we're going to look at a cool Russian robot next. Stay tuned. All right, everyone. Now you finally got to see my drinks at least. So I thought it would be a neat change of pace. So when I reference my scotch and soda, for instance, now you know, well, that's exactly where he's going. Down in that hidden gully underneath his stairs to grab his actual scotch or whatever else I reference. That Bailey's, I showed you that strawberries and cream. I didn't open that yet. Once you open them, they have to be refrigerated. But I did open their cookies and cream thing. I just said, let me try it, and it was a little, I don't know. I put that at like 4 out of 10 so far, whatever that concoction made by Bailey's is. Even though I like their Irish cream, that's a little spotty. But anyway, enough of the drinks. Hopefully you're comfortable in your chair. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, man, because it's important. Helping those algorithms, whatever platform you're watching this on. And this is probably the coolest Russian robot. I don't have any other Russian robots. They have some very inexpensive ones. I think they're very cool toys. I've always held off on them because, my collection has just been diversified to the point where I can't have every single robot, for instance, and really even space toy or battery toy for that matter. But there's some that I like. And this one is one of the original early versions with the different logo on it. And quite honestly, I liked it. The blue color, the different chest. And let's look. He's very blocky. I didn't get the box with this, but hopefully I'll find one of the early ones with a box. And it is tempting to collect all the colors because they made a lot of different variations of these. Now, the mouth seems a little out of scale. I wonder if it was like maybe 2/3 this size, if it would have looked a little more proportional. Or do you think that the mouth being oversized gives it like a unique characteristic that otherwise might make it look more common? I think it could have been just a hair smaller. That's my opinion, though. So there's your body. It's plastic. It's a nice plastic. It's sort of like after Bakelite plastic. It's still very hard. And under here, if you notice, look at their wheel designs. They kind of look like funnels. No ratchets that I see. And under here, this mechanism, which it's hard to see, it's in yellow too, which is funny because the blue and yellow details is also carried into that tin under here. That mechanism is also tin, which is tabbed in, which is kind of nice. And then it has this revolving disc, which was then used in I believe it was a late 90s Chinese toy robot. It wasn't a reproduction. It was just called a Mighty Robot, if I remember correctly. And had the spinning disc like that. So it's a cool feature. And there's really not much to say about this. That's your keyhole. And I just have to find the key, which is over here. And there's no marking on it like to say this is the Russian robot, but this is clearly the key for it. And then you have your on-off switch here. I like it. It's a really cool look, really cool color, and this antenna is flexible. So my thing is start with the better ones, and after this one, I'll decide if I wanted to add any more. I think I would just want to get the early box to go with this. I don't know that I'd want to add like a bunch of different colors to this. So let's wind him up. Let's put him on the stop position. Ooh, I don't want to wind him too much. And see how far he goes with a few winds. Not bad. That, my friends, is your earlier 60s Russian robot. I forgot the name of the manufacturer, but if I saw it, I don't even think I could pronounce it. So I hope you like the combination drink expose and look at the rare blue version, an earlier version of this Russian robot. If you do, thumb up the video. And also, as a reminder, subscribe. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on my drink selection too, and the coffee selection, and I would appreciate it. With that, thanks as always for your time. That's also greatly appreciated, and I will talk to you later.